So, I was wondering, what is the creative process for Halle Bailey's Little Mermaid costumes? And did you take any creative liberty when it came to making something new out of the original?
Well, I definitely took liberty. We gave an homage to the original color scheme, but then the costume became, we made the tail longer, we didn't use seashells on the bosoms, and we kind of had to play with it to make it more contemporary and something that like people could relate to today.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely enjoyed all the colors, especially under the sea and on the surface. It was beautiful and magnificent. So what was your favorite costume to create?
I think my favorite costume is probably Ariel's dress she wears every day that's right here in front of us. And it was a costume that was inspired by water and sea animals and corals and stuff like that in the way that I treated the material, and then applied to the period of the palace and the fantasy world of the island above water.
Yeah, it's very beautifully done with the ruffles and everything. It definitely is giving like princess vibes, but also still holding true to the Little Mermaid. How do these designs compare to your other to others in shows like Wednesday and Through the Looking Glass?
Well, I guess the similarity between this and Through the Looking Glass is that they both came from an iconic, first a novel and then a Disney, beloved Disney product, and that it was taking something that was animated and bringing it to life in a live action situation. So in that way, it was very similar, the process to that. The design process with Wednesday was taking, again, a iconic and well-known kind of character and sort of making it something that people felt bringing a character that was very charactery and cartoonish to life. And they were all similar in that way in the universe.
Yeah, all the costumes, I've watched all of those shows and movies, and they're very iconic. People talk about them all throughout. So what are some of the details that viewers might have missed in The Little Mermaid?
Well, hopefully nothing, but there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
It's a big show. There's so much stuff underwater with all the sisters and the seven seas. King Triton's armor, which is behind us here, is made with really thin sliced abalone that was applied to another piece. So it had everything that's made in the movie that was under the water was something that came from the ocean, whether it was a synthetic version of it or the real thing. We really made an effort to make sure it looked like it was authentically something this kingdom under the sea could have created from the sea and from wood and from shells and things like that.
Wow, I really love that attention to detail when it comes to making sure that it's all concise and all blended together. What was something new that you experienced during this project?
Well, I think the newest thing for me with this project was dealing with the level of visual, the visual artists that I worked with in the digital world, because all the mermaid tails and all that we made sort of out of scales and things that we created and then scanned and then made into digital costumes, and the amount of time and effort all those digital artists made in creating that world was phenomenal. I sat with a guy, I can't even count the hours. We sat side by side in front of a thing, and I go, no, put that there, put that there. And it was really like nothing I've ever done before on any other show.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.